What is going on, y'all? It's your boy HD MMA back at it again with another video. I'm gonna try and talk loud today because I got my fan running to the side of me because it is hot as fucking dragon nuts in my fucking room right now. I've been sweating my ass off in here researching. But yeah. Hopefully y'all can't hear my fan too loud. I think my mic should cancel out some of the noise because it's coming from the side of me. But yeah. Today we got my predictions and picks for UFC 326, Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. I got both my sons basically in the main event fighting each other. It's like picking between fucking pizza and pizza for dinner. It's like, damn, you don't want either. You don't want to say no to either. So yeah, I know it's gonna be sick. The card overall is pretty lackluster for like the main event. Not the main event, for the like the co-main, the featured fight, the prelims, all that stuff is pretty lackluster. So not too much to look forward to in there, but the main event is what we're all waiting for on this card. And I think that's going to be a fucking banger. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm going to go through every fight on the card, starting with the early prelims, ending with that beautiful main event. And the first fight on the card is Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. I'm going with Rodolfo Bellato in this one. Luke Fernandez, he's 6-0, but he's been doing nothing but crushing cans for pretty much all his career. His last opponent he fought like a 5-3 guy on the regional scene. Besides that, nothing really too much. He's been just fucking fighting 0-1 guy, like 0-0 guys and 0-1 guys on regionals. Which fucking anybody can look good doing that, so I don't really put too much stake in that. But Rodolfo Bellato, he's been in the UFC, he's been tested, he has a UFC win. He has a fucking, just a blockhead. He has a blockhead blockhead chin. He can come back and take weather the storm early if he needs to, and then come back and swing the momentum in his way and score big victories for himself. So I'm going with him to do that. Be able to take the early punishment from Luke Fernandez and come back in the later rounds. I would say a round 3 TKO for Rodolfo Bellato. Come back in the early round. Come back in the later rounds after Luke Fernandez. He has the UFC jitters. He's 6-0, undefeated, doesn't want to lose his O. There's a lot of pressure on him, and I don't see that faring well in the later rounds. And then I see Rodolfo Bellato being able to, as the fight goes on, sort of implement his own physicality into the fight, get back in there, and eventually piece up Luke Fernandez and TKO him. So I'm going with Rodolfo Bellato to do that. Moving on, there were a lot of canceled fights on this card that I remember. I think one of the fights on here I just looked got canceled. So yeah, but moving on, we got Rafael Tobias versus oh my god. What? Oh my fucking god. This fucking kills me. I just looked up how to pronounce this guy's fucking name right before I recorded this. Now it's fucking blanking me and I can't do it. Jesus, man. This always fucking happens. Fuck, man. Why am I blanking on this? Dayar Nargozev. Jesus, man. I literally just pronounced this guy's name flawlessly 10 times. Now that I turn on the camera, I can't think of it at all. Jesus, that fucking annoys me That annoys the shit out of me. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm picking fucking Tobias to win here. Fuck him anyways. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think Tobias will be able to take down Dyer over here and sub him. Dyer, he's looked pretty fucking ass in the UFC for all of his fights. He has a he has like a wicked wild ass fucking tick that he does where he like touches his neck or something. I forget what exactly like his really like bad tick is or like bad habit he does. He like I think he touches his eye. That's what it is. I think he like constantly like wipes his eye and touches his eye when he's like at range and stuff. And I see that's just a really like bad tick and something you don't want to see in like a fighter. And I see a guy like Tobias being able to get the takedowns. He's also way younger. He's 22 years old. He get the takedowns, be able to submit Dyer as well. Dyer, he's also pretty fucking clueless when it comes to the jujitsu. In fights, he's been subbed in both his UFC fights. And I see Tobias being able to do the same, get a takedown, get dominant position, and get a sub like a rear naked choke or something like that. He's lost to Dyer, he's lost to Kimura as well, so I see that being available to Tobias, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Tobias, round 2 submission. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, moving on. We got there. We got Sumu Darji versus Jesus Aguilera. I'm going with Jesus Aguilera on this one. I'm going by a round 2 sub. Sumu Darji, I know he's got a massive height and reach advantage in this fight, but he's lost to submission so many times in his career, and although he has like improved in his takedown defense, he has fought guys recently who like aren't that really good. He's fought Mitch Raposo and fucking Kevin Borjas, who both aren't really known for the grappling. And Jesus Aguilera, he's very good on the ground, has good grappling. He's on I believe a 2-fight win streak, if I'm not mistaken. Either that he's coming off a win, or he's on a 2-fight win streak. He has good submissions. Aguilar, he caught up. He's pretty nasty at snatching up a guillotine, and I see him being able to take down Sumu Darji, push the pace on him a bit, get in Sumu Darji's face, not let Sumu Darji keep him at range and use his length. Being able to take him down, get dominant position, be overall just one step ahead in the activity and the pressure in this fight. And I see Sumu Darji eventually giving up a position, or giving up or not being able to scramble fast enough or get up or defend a position fast enough, in Jesus Aguilera being able to see that and latch onto a sub like a rear naked, or maybe goes for a guillotine or whatever, like a mounted guillotine on Sumu Darji. I see that being able to happen in this fight. So I'm going with Jesus Aguilera in this one. Yeah. Moving on, we got, and that was the headliner for the early prelims. We got Cody Durden versus Nam Jargal Tumendem Barao. Fuck me. I'm going with Nam Jargal in this fight. I see him, he has the reach advantage first off, and he's very wild and very heavy on the pressure. Jargal is. I'm just gonna call him that. He's very heavy on the pressure, very wild. He has a great chin, very solid chin. Jargal. He has power in the hands as well. And he pushes the pace overall and just makes he kind of makes guys uncomfortable in there, gets guys on the back foot, and I see him being able to do that to Cody Durden, who doesn't really have much finishing potential. I see Jargal being able to take everything Cody Durden has to throw at him. And I also see Jargal being able to get the takedowns on Cody Durden by just, um pushing him back, pressuring him back up against the cage, get the takedowns on him, just being way more active in general and having way more hustle. I see that having him in this fight. And yeah, I got him by round 3 sub. That's what I had him by. Just I think he breaks Cody Durden to the pressure. Maybe he hurts him on the feet as well, and knocks down Cody Durden, and then Durden he like tries to grab onto Jargal, and Jargal like lashes up gets the back or something, or gets mount, or latches up a sub or whatever. I see that happening in this fight. So yeah, Nam Jargal to Mandem Barrow. I think is winning this fight. Moving on, we got some names I can fucking pronounce. We got Ricky Tercios versus Alberto Montes. I'm going with Alberto Montes in this one. By a 3rd round submission as well. Ricky Tercios, he is a bitch in there. He is scared to fucking fight. He is scared to get into a fist fight with his opponent. Alberto, he looks very comfortable on the feet from what I've watched for him. Very comfortable, understands space, has good movement, moves his head, has good shot selection, and he has very good submission skills. I think he's finished most of his fights by some form of submission. So I see that being available in this fight. I actually see like Tercios shooting in on Montes because he's scared of getting punched. I see Tercios shooting in and Montes being able to like capitalize on that and latch up a submission. I think Tercios like will shoot his head on the outside or something like that. Montez like wraps up a guillotine, or he like gets him in the front headlock, latches up like an anaconda or Darsh or something like that. I see Montez being able to do something like that to Tercios. So yeah, I'm going with Montez by a round 3 submission in this one. Moving on, we got Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. I'm going with Dante Johnson in this one. By 1st round TKO. Cody Brundage, he is a fucking UFC 5 career mode sparring partner that you get in the first like fucking hour of the game that you're in like the UFC for. Cody Brundage, he's 11-8, not really good at anything, not decent. Okay, I'm not even gonna say decent. Okay wrestling, okay striking, just okay everywhere. Not really stellar in any facets of the game. And Dante Johnson, he's a straight up powerhouse. He's a midget for middleweight, but he's fucking getting past that disadvantage very well. He's very explosive. He's very powerful. On the Contender Series, he went up to like fucking, I think, heavyweight, and just knocked out a guy there because they weren't offering like a middleweight fight for him on the Contender Series. So he just, okay, I'll go up to heavyweight and knock the fucking guy out there. And did that. He got into the UFC. He's been doing good so far. He's adding grappling into his game. He's offensive wrestling. He did that against Cedricus Dumas. I think Cody Durden, I think they fought before as well. I think Cody Durden also beat him, but I think Johnson beat Dumas way better than Cody Durden did. If they fought. Did they fight? I'm gonna look it up. We go. Oh, he lost. Durden lost to fucking Dumas. Yeah, he's definitely fucking losing this shit. Holy, this fucker lost to him. He's definitely getting fucking packed in this fight. So yeah. Dante Johnson first round KO on Cody Durden. I mean, not fucking Cody Brundage. Have I been saying Durden? Cody Brundage, whatever. Yeah, fucking packing him up, pacing him on the fucking canvas. However Johnson wants to do it, it fucking happens in this fight. So yeah. Moving on to the headliner of the prelims, we got Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao Long. Jeez. I got Cody Garbrandt in this one by a round 1 KO. Zhao Long, he likes to stay in the pocket and exchange there. And that's where fucking Garbrandt does his best work, is in the pocket, throwing hooks and uppercuts and all that. And I think he's going to be able to land one of those big hooks that he always has and just fucking chin Long in the first round in this one. So I'm going with Garbrandt to do that. I think he wins this fight and just they give him the contender, then he just gets fucking smoked up in his next fight. So yeah, I'm going with Garbrandt to win this one, first round KO. Lands a big hook in the pocket, or like in the clinch with like a collar tie. Lands a big hook around like the arms or over the top, or an uppercut or whatever. Just rocks, hurts Zhao Long really bad and just puts him away in the first round. So yeah, moving on to the first fight on the main card, we got RoboCop Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. I'm going with RoboCop in this one by a second round TKO. Both these guys are really good on the ground. RoboCop, he's got great jiu-jitsu, as well as Ferreira. So I think this fight is going to take place on the feet for the most part. I think Ferreira is going to be the one shooting takedowns if anybody does. Or at least I think he might shoot first. I think later on in the fight, Rodriguez might shoot on him. But I think whoever shoots the first takedown is going to be Ferreira. But RoboCop, I think he's way better on the feet than Ferreira. He's longer, he's taller, he's got more power. He throws way more than Ferreira. He pressures way more than Ferreira, goes forward way more. And I think if this stays on the feet and takes place on the feet, which I think it does, I think RoboCop is gonna just piece up and walk down Ferreira for pretty much the majority of the fight, until he puts Ferreira away with like a flurry of punches or like a big hook where he just breaks down Ferreira with the pressure and the pace, or he might just like cold Ferreira with one hook while he's moving forward. So yeah, I'm going with RoboCop to win this fight. I think he's gonna win it very brutally. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a brutal finish from brutal KO or TKO finish from RoboCop. So yeah. Moving on, we got Michael Johnson versus Drew Dober. Jeez. I was getting distracted. We are fucking flying through through these predictions. I think this might be the shortest prediction video I've ever made, but yeah. I'm going with Michael Johnson in this one. No, I know the memes. I know the storylines, the mythical fighter, when Drew Dober, when he sees black, he sees black. If you know what I'm fucking talking about. But not going off like the mythical shit and all that, and the superstitions and the storylines, and just going off the tangibles, I see Michael Johnson being able to win this fight pretty clearly. Both guys primarily do their work on the feet. And Michael Johnson, I think he's first off, he's taller, he's longer, he's got faster hands. I think he's got better boxing combinations as well. He stands his ground a lot in his fights. A lot of Dover's opponents they back up due to his like pressure. I think Michael Johnson is gonna stand his ground and not be as easily moved as he's gonna stand his fucking base. I think Michael Johnson is gonna stand his base and not be easily as pressured back as a lot of Dober's opponents. And Dober he has a tough time fighting no he doesn't. Hold on. I'm thinking of it wrong. Usually Dober fares well against southpaws. But the main thing I see in this fight, or the main weakness of Michael Johnson being like that right overhand that he's gotten KO twice by. I don't see that being a factor in this fight since both the guys are southpaws. So that defensive mistake of Johnson, I don't think is going to be exposed in this fight. And yeah, I think overall Johnson is just a way cleaner striker and boxer than Dober is. Dober he doesn't really set up his entries, doesn't feint his way in, doesn't make reads on guys. He just kind of goes at you like full frontal with very telegraph punches, and I see Johnson being able to see all of those, read that, and counter with his own faster, longer strikes that are also more accurate as well. So yeah, I'm going with Johnson by round 1 TKO, maybe like the early in the or like late in the first. He's able to hurt Dober, drop him, and put Dober away with ground and pound. So yeah. Moving on, we got the featured fight of the night. It is Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. I'm going with Raul Rosas Jr. in this one by a unanimous decision. I think he can get the takedowns and do kind of what like implement the game plan of Gene Matsumoto, who Rob Font had problems with and took to a split decision. I think he can implement that game plan of going for takedowns and shooting volume takedowns on Rob Font, but be more physical with it, have more of a presence in there, have a either greater than or more equal to physical strength to Rob Font. And I see Rob Font not being able to fare as well on the ground with the takedowns of Raul Rosas Jr. and just the overall ground game and ground assault of Raul Rosas Jr. I see him getting taken down fairly easily in this fight as well. And I don't see Raul Font being able to like march Raul Rosas Jr. down, hit him with like a couple jabs, like a 3-piece combo or whatever, and being able to like really impose his will that much on Raul Rosas Jr. I think it's going to be a lot of control from Raul Rosas Jr. A lot of like sub attempts, a lot of just controlling Raul Font in dominant position, and I see him winning the fight off that. So I got Raul Rosas Jr. Unanimous decision with the control time, with the grappling, with the dominant position. Moving on, we got the co-main event, Kyle Bahalio versus Renier de Ritter. I'm going with Kyle Bahalio in this one. Fun fact, if y'all didn't know, Kyle Bahalio beat Brendan Allen in a grappling match at Karate Combat like 8 months ago. I watched this from my research. I didn't know about that. So extrapolating that information that I learned, I think Kyle Bahalio is going to be able to fare extremely well on the ground against the Ritter, if the Ritter can even get it there, because Kyle Bahalio also has very good takedown defense, and on the feet, Carvalho is way more technical, way better on the feet, has way more weapons, way more accurate, moves way better than the Ritter, and doesn't have like the power to really like hurt the Ritter. I don't think like Carvalho's gonna be able to like play shots on the Ritter and rock him and drop him or whatever. But I think he's gonna be able to land the clear shots, land more shots, use more tools on the feet. I think he's also going to be able to fare well in the clinch, and separate from those exchanges when the Ritter tries to go for them. And I think it's going to be a Carvalho like 30-27 like masterclass from Bahalio. And considering their losses, Bahalio's coming off a loss from the number one ranked contender, the number one guy in the division, who should be fighting for the belt, and Randy de Ritter's coming off a loss where he quit against fucking Brandon Allen, who is good, but he's not on the level of like a Imavov. So yeah, I'm going with Kyle Bahalio in this one. Piece up de Ritter on the feet, just land more, land better, fare away from the clinch exchanges, and hold his own in the ground, or even maybe control the Ritter on the ground as well. So yeah. Moving on to the main event. Moving on to the main event, we have myself versus myself. We got Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. Now, I've been flip-flopping on this one a lot. I've been going with, Charles can get the ground. Charles can take him down and fucking sub him. Oh, Max, he's never really been controlled on the ground like that. Max did way better against Saporio than Charles did. Fucking Charles did way better against Gaethje than Max did. I've been flip-flopping a lot on this one. But my final prediction, and the one I'm sticking with, I got Max Holloway by round 5 TKO. First off, my first point is Max did way better against Topuria than Charles Oliveira did, and that was at featherweight, after moving back down from lightweight. He did way better, lasted way longer, was able to survive the ground exchanges of that fight, where Charles had Charles was where where Ilya was giving Charles problems. Topuria wasn't really able to like get any sort of ground offense on Max Holloway in their fight, whereas Topuria was getting Oliveira in the crucifix, getting ground and pound. I think he attempted one sub, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong on that, but yeah, fucking Topuria looked way more dominant on the ground against Charles than on Max. Then second off, I think Max is, when we really look at it, and we really look at it skill for skill, I think Max is a different level on the feet than Charles. Charles, he's very one-dimensional with his high guard, with his teeps and his punches, whereas Max has way more weapons at his disposal. I see Max in this fight really exploiting like that high guard of Charles Oliveira that he always has. Charles, he doesn't move his head, doesn't use like lateral movement or linear movement. My hip is killing me. Charles, he doesn't really use any of that. He just sort of sits there with this high guard, and he does that for pretty much all of his defense. I see Max grabbing at the high guard, smashing elbows across the high guard, smashing high kicks across that high guard, going to the body when mixing up to the body whenever Charles does that, throwing spinning back kicks against it, throwing body kicks against it, doing fucking giving fucking Charles body work with it, with hooks to the body. I see Max also overloading the guard, like making fucking fanning at Charles, making him show up that high guard, and then like Charles kind of like drops it, and then Max just unloads a super fast like 4 or 5 punch combination. I'm starting to go all over the place. Like unloads a massive 4 or 5 punch combination on Charles Charles as Charles is like trying to defend it all with the high guard. As well. Um, I don't see the I also see like the teep kicks from Max Holloway doing wonders in this fight as well, because Charles does like he does like kind of leave that front leg out there as well. And also I see that stopping the forward pressure of Charles Oliveira. Max throwing that lead that teep kick on at the leg while Charles is trying to pressure him. I see that alleviating the pressure as well. And I see Max, as the fight goes on, being able to just rack up the damage, make Charles bite on stuff, then making him pay for it, countering Charles. I think he's also faster than Charles as well. I see him just kind of like styling on Charles as the fight goes on. I'm not gonna lie to you, just throwing spinning back kicks, throwing fucking going to the body really fucking well, smashing elbows, fucking throwing high kicks, throwing body kicks, lead leg teep, all that shit against Charles. I think is there for Max, and I see Charles does have a reach advantage, which I was forgetting to mention. Charles has a big reach advantage in this fight, but Charles, he doesn't really like fight long with like his hands and his punches. He'll throw like a 1-2, but he doesn't really like paw at the lead hand and stuff. He doesn't really try to fight like long and keep guys at distance. He mainly just goes forward and tries to trade with you and crash with you. And I think if he does that against Max, he's gonna get pieced up. And I see Max defending the takedowns of Charles. Like, when have we ever seen Max to really just get dominated on the ground? We've never really seen that from fucking never really seen guys really do that to Max. And look who Max has fought his whole career. That hasn't happened to them since like his first fight in the UFC. So yeah, I'm going with I think Max can fucking definitely defend the grappling of Charles Oliveira, get back up, get to his feet if Charles shoots on him. I am kind of worried about like the body lock of Charles. I think Charles does have a good body lock, and we haven't really seen Max defend against those type of takedowns. So I'm kind of worried about that going into this fight. So yeah, but pretty much I think in every asset on the feet, I think Max overall just pieces up and outclasses Charles Oliveira. And I think in the 5th round, when all the damage is built up and the newfound power that Max has, as well as the cardio, as well as the speed, just overall just stifles the fuck out of Charles Oliveira. And we see like a very iconic moment play out in this fight as well. I see both these guys getting dropped. I do see like Charles at one point in the fight catching Max, as maybe like Max comes in with the combo, and Charles drops him. And I also see Max like dropping Charles a lot in this fight as well. So yeah. But overall, my prediction, I'm going with fucking Max Holloway in this one. So yeah. That's all my picks. To recap, Max Holloway 5th round TKO, Kyle Bahalio unanimous decision, Raul Rosas Jr. unanimous decision, Michael Johnson 1st round TKO, RoboCop 2nd round TKO, Cody Garbrandt 1st round KO, Dante Johnson 1st round KO, Alberto Montez what did I say, fucking 3rd round submission, Nim Jargal with fucking 3rd round submission, Jesus Aguilera 2nd round submission, Tobias 2nd round submission, and Rodolfo Bellato third round TKO. So those are my picks for this card. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, sub. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing a fight companion for this one, because I am gonna be going out of town for a little bit, like in the morning. But yeah, if y'all see one, y'all see one. If y'all don't, y'all don't. I will be watching this though, and I also will be giving a reaction and breakdown when this fight card is over. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Peace.